Hello everyone. In this presentation, my team member and I will introduce the relevant knowledge of the CGA.
This is some easy question of CGA. The first question is who the CGA applies to. The CGA applies to any business providing consumer products or service. Organization and business who buy consumer products or service from other business are also entitled to protection under S unless the seller has contracts out of CGA. So the second question is, what is a consumer? The definition of a consumer. A consumer is anyone who buys products or services that are ordinary for personal or household use. The ordinary use may change over time. One of the examples is cars are now commonly used for personal use.
Next, we will talk about what guarantees are given to the consumer. The guarantee of the consumer who buy the product is considered from 7 aspects. If the product meets following 5 requirements, we can say this product has a acceptable quality. So these are the 5 acceptable quality requirements. The next one is product must be fit for a particular purpose that if you ask the trade about, or they told you the product was suitable. Also, the product you received must be the same as the description, and the product you buy must be the same as any sample or demonstration model shown by the trader. For repair and spare parts, that means if the kettle you purchased was broken, you can give it back to the supplier and fix it. For the warranty, for example, if we buy a kettle in the Kmart, we can find a 2 years warranty in the box. So next one, the last part is remedy, which I will link to the rights for the consumer. So for the guarantee for the services, we will discuss it from 4 aspects. Overall, we will provide the services that can meet the customer's needs and complete on time and at a reasonable price, as well as the qualified technical personnel. What rights consumers have when they are unsatisfied with the goods and services? So in this presentation, I will only focus on the remedy part. So normally there are 3 remedy models. So in situation 1, the supplier has the option to return the money to the consumer or give it a new product or fix it. In situation 2, if the supplier don't have the ability to fix it, then the option will turn to the consumer. The difference between situation 2 and situation 3 is because of the substantial defect, there is no chance of the repair.
Now I'm going to discuss whether and in what circumstances it is possible to contract out of CGA. The definition for that is contracting out means a written agreement that a business does not have to meet the requirements of a specific act. And businesses can only contract out of the CGA if the business has already dealt with another business or person in trade, or both sides of the businesses agree this law won't apply. Mention that it has to be both sides of the businesses. The third one is disagreement is in writing. The last one is it's fair and reasonable to seller and buyer to contract out. Then I'm going to talk about the practical consequences of the CGA for business practices. If a business purchase comes within the scope of the CGA, the statutory guarantees in the Act will apply. If there are several guarantees the business implied, that must be. The guarantees for the goods should be of acceptable quality. The goods should match their description. Also, the clear title to the goods will be given. The most important part in the spare parts and repair facilities will be made available for a reasonable time. There are also the guarantees for service. Services should provide reasonable care and skill. Services should provide a reasonable time. And if the price hasn't been agreed in advance, the price must be reasonable. Then I'm gonna talk about the enforcement of the CGA. It defines where the failure is of a substantial character. A consumer can reject the goods and get a full refund. Compensatory damages may also be available.